All right, so it's currently about 7:55 a.m. in the morning on Thursday, September 18th, and I'm getting ready to head down to Winter Park for the alumni meet that's taking place in 2 days on Saturday. But before we get there, I'm going to go pick up a special guest in my route. So for me, I'll check back in with you guys in about an hour and a half. For you, it's going to be a few seconds. Hey guys, so this is future, very sunburnt me, here to tell you that I, in fact, did not do that. On my way down to Winter Park, I went to stop to pick up one of my good friends and former swimmer on the Rollins College swim team, Michael Tucker. Michael, here he is. Let's fast forward to being in Winter Park. Happy Friday, everyone. Here I am on campus. We're about 26 hours away from the meet. We'll go to practice tonight, be on deck to witness that, and just kind of fill the rest of the day with walking around town, being back on campus, and seeing wherever the day takes me.
I wonder what celebrities will tweet RIP when it's announced that I'm dead on TMZ. Bury me with a million likes and put me in the algorithm like a million times. Across the table from my girl and don't look in her eyes. She's gotta compete with me looking at these other lives. What I would trade for the dollar sign. Tag me so I can be happy, get a follow, guys.
I took a minute to catch up with Ben and then bumped into a current member of the Rollins swim team.
My name is Audrey. I'm a junior on the Rollins College swim team. Go Tars. Really ready for the meet tomorrow. If I can swim, I'm out for my rotator cuff, but I'm going to be there to support and I'm going to be cheering. That's all I got.
Love to bump into Audrey right here at the Cornell Hall of Social Sciences.
Woo!
Go Tars.
Go Tars.
The likes ain't hitting like they used to. Texting while I'm driving and I can't connect the Bluetooth. Tell me to engage, post more to get the views, dude. To keep up with the new dudes, you really need a news crew. Just to trend on YouTube.
How are you feeling, Sam? You ready to swim?
I'm so excited.
So excited. Boys, you excited?
Yeah, feeling rested, recovered, feeling good.
Good.
Hi.
How was it?
Fantastic.
Love to hear it.
Just a little meet and greet type vibe.
Hey, I showered this morning.
Afterwards.
Before we get things running with the meet, head coach Walker Thanning gave me a few moments of his time to answer some questions about the current state of the team. Thank you, Walker, for being here. So the first thing I want to ask is a lot of conversations I've had with the team. Really high compliments for Tim, new assistant coach this year. Really enjoy having Evan on deck with you as well. You as the head coach and someone who's on that staff, what is so special about the coaches that you have on deck this year?
Starting off with Evan, I think it's a great dynamic of, having a GA who's been on the team. I think it helps with the relationships and just the fluidity of, giving them feedback, giving them structure. Obviously he's their coach, but I think it's easy for them to view him as a friend, which makes them a little bit more comfortable with going to him, makes it easier for him to push them and already have kind of a foot in the door, right, when it comes to writing practices and doing sets and stuff like that. And with Tim, he has a lot of experience with swimming fast, which I think a lot of people respect. I know I respect. I also think that he brings a new, good energy. I don't want to get stuck in my ways, but I like to do things kind of the way that I like to do it. But I'm also open to ideas, and I think he brings a lot of new ideas that, especially for returners, it's fresh things that they haven't done, right? I think he's going to especially be great for the sprint program because that's what he's done in the past. That's where he's been. So I think just his good energy, his good ideas, being able to mix it up and still accomplish what we want to accomplish, I think they can see that, and I think it makes it easier to put in the work each day.
Huge class exit last year, class of 2025, and then you've had a really big incoming freshman class this year. I know there were a lot of unfamiliar faces when I first got here. What is exciting you about them, and have any unique challenges presented themselves with having a new team this year?
With the freshmen coming in, I think they've acclimated pretty well. I mean, I think a lot of it just comes from those past classes that we've had of setting the tone on the culture, right? Having the upperclassmen, whether there's 18 of you guys or, 5 of you guys, kind of setting the standard. And as long as you can do that and lay the foundation there, it doesn't matter how many kids you bring in. If they have good leaders and good people to guide them in, hey, this is how we operate other than myself, because that kind of gets repetitive, I think that they're going to be able to do some really good things. So I'm pretty excited. I've heard a lot of good feedback on all the freshmen. There's always growing pains with, just new schedule and, what they have to deal with and things like that, time management stuff, but they've been doing a pretty good job. They're on top of their stuff. I think it's also good to bring in a good class of, I think both men's and women's, we got a lot of good people who are going to be able to compete for relay spots. So, as a senior, you kind of got to kick your ass into shape when you haven't swam in summer, when they're out there, whooping you back and forth in the pool. So I think it's bringing a lot of energy to everyone else. Challenges, I don't think anything new. We've kind of had this cycle of a smaller class and a bigger class, so kind of more so the same, right? Just making sure that they're staying acclimated with the whole entire team and not just kind of getting in their freshman groups, because I think it's a little bit easier when you have a larger class to do that.
Now, I can see it as an alumni myself. This weekend, this meet is really exciting to get to come back, be on deck again, get back in that water. But for you as a coach, why is this weekend important to you, if at all? Why do you continue to do it? Why do you want to have this weekend?
For the program, I think it's important to just keep having people who care about it, right? So that they can support us, whether that's just coming out to the meets, right, or donating, whatever that may be. I think it's good to have people who, are proud of what they've done and they want to come back and, say hi to their teammates or just come back to the place where they put in all that hard work. For myself, I kind of view it as the people who come back. Obviously, I know there's people who can't make it, but, it makes me proud that, again, there's people who want to come back here, right? That they enjoyed it enough to be like, I'll go out, I'll fly across the country to go to, just some swim meet that I'm not even going to swim, just because they cared so much about the experience. I think it's kind of twofold. It's a little bit selfish, where I like to see who's going to show up, right, and whose life that I could impact, but also, it's good for the program to get some representation and, just get more eyes on us, right, seeing how the team's doing. And, it's a big part of your life. It's 4 years of what you've done. So I think it's important for people to come back and, kind of revisit that and lock back on their own past and be able to be happy with that.
Thank you, Walker. I appreciate that.
Thanks, Reese.
It's time to get
It's all about family. My name's Ricky Rowley. I'm a senior psychology major and sprint freestyler here at Rollins College. I love Rollins swimming, and I'm excited to have a good first meet.
Let's do it. Let's get some
Luke, what does Rollins swimming mean to you?
I'm just happy to be here out in this beautiful September, sunny day, out here in swimming weather. It's God's plan that we swim today, and I'm just happy to be here.
Why don't you go ahead and eat this real quick?
Brother.
I'm excited for all the meets, I'm excited for all the bus rides, I'm excited for all the food. Lawn swimming to me, it's about people, it's about the swimmers, it's about the teammates, it's about having good team cohesion.
Family.
How are we doing in the warm-down pool?
Oh, just trying to recover before the 100 fly.
It's going to be a great race.
Yeah, we got the goats swimming it.
Oh, well, just take it easy on me, okay?
We agreed.
Yeah.
I stopped at 75, let you catch up, and then we race the last 20.
Okay, yeah? All right, let's do it.
How are are you feeling today?
It's a great day to be great, man. Love being here to support the team.
And that's a goddamn fact.
Yeah.
She working that shit, she left me comatose. 3 + 6 is 9. This baby ain't talking about tic-tac-toe.
Trey Carter, how do you feel about going?
You know, the swim team of the men is all about camaraderie. Yeah. It all comes together when I'm excited for tonight. It's going to be great.
There will be no doxing on this show.
What's your favorite thing about Blue Gold Meet? I love the spirit. I love the atmosphere of the blue and gold team. I love having the alum. I just love. Yeah. Love everyone. Yeah. All right, go Tars.
Michael Tucker, how are we feeling today?
Amazing.
The water's good. What about it?
PB. Dude, I did like a 200.
Bro, you know I love the way you dance. I love the way you dance. Bro, you know I love the way you. Bro, you know I love the way you dance. I love the way you dance. Bro, you know.
It's time to get crazy!